Hello, check 1, 2 and stuff. I think everything is set up. I think I'm starting to become an old pro at this. I think, therefore, I stream. Philosophizing with the Pigglesworth. Sounds good. Thank you, PP Zerk. Much appreciated. Oh, man, oh, man. We're almost there. Whoa, we're almost there. I know that's not the lyrics of the song, but it's going to be for tonight. I can tell you that much. And tonight there will be no musical performance. I am just about wiped out. Been making this final push to get to affiliate. This old introvert is worn out, I tell you. I tell you, back in my day, we never had to do things like this. This is crazy. You kids don't even know. So, last night we had streamed from... Wait a minute, am I using... Okay. My brain was saying those blocks look like they were when they were in the wall. You're using Silk Touch on them. I'm like, no, wait. I don't think that those aren't stone and cobble. That was diorite and andesite and stuff. Diamond Sky, welcome. King Otaku, welcome. Lyric, look, I remembered. Lyric, I remembered your name. Welcome. Awesome, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. Final push. We can do this. Now, the only thing I don't know, I've never experienced this, so I don't know if it's like an instantaneous automated thing where when you qualify for affiliate, you just click a button and Twitch goes ahead and does it, or is there some kind of approval process you have to go through? I don't know, but that's why I've been pushing so hard, because stream day for Truly Bedrock is going to be on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. So I wanted to give myself a 2-day buffer just in case there was some kind of process or something that had to be done. So we'll get this one way or the other. If for some odd reason I miss being able to be affiliate for the first stream, it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, there's one right here. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. We've done the heavy lifting, so it's all formalities at that point. But I appreciate everyone's effort for showing up and supporting the stream for all the times that you could. And when you couldn't, no pressure. Because, life happens. Totally understand. Let's see here. Oh. Let's see. Wait. Let me see what... Woohoo, Piggy remembered. Yeah, I don't know how, but I remembered. Went to the store today and had numerous people almost run into me with their carts. One person actually did while looking at their phone. Wow. I have arrived. The party can start now. Welcome, Zerk. Party ended. They send you a thing, then it's a small process, if I remember correctly. Zap, welcome. How you doing, buddy? Let's see. Yes. Be sure to check out Zap. Great member on Alpha... Or not, blah. Sorry. I'm very exhausted. A great member on Truly Bedrock. Queen Otaku, welcome. Oh, Queen Otaku came and hang out. King was talking about you the other night. And a good thing. I get the introvert thing. Trying to decide on making some YouTube Minecraft videos, but don't like talking much. Oh, well, okay, so King Otaku. One introvert to another. Let me get a drink of water and maybe I'll try and help you out. And Zap. Hey, Super Fishy, welcome to the stream. Zap, what I haven't had a chance to check. I didn't know if you had a chance to check that tunnel I made in the Nether. So I don't know if it's up to snuff or not. I tried to mimic the pattern, but I feel like there's something missing to it. Lightgen, welcome. How are you doing? I wanted to say hi, but it's princess bedtime. Ah, I see. SF flies in with his hero cape, flapping in the breeze. You love my singing? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that my crooning was enjoyable to you. Very much. Unfortunately, this evening, just go ahead and let everybody know kind of in advance. That way, if you feel like, if something comes up and you have to leave early or whatever, no pressure. I'm going to skip doing a song tonight. I was kind of late getting home from work and stuff, so I just did not have the prep time to get a song ready. And as tired as I am, it's kind of like I just don't want to push myself. But I will have to see how I feel, because let me move this microphone a little bit. And I'll address that introvert thing here in just a second, King Otaku. On Saturday, I have a 2-hour streaming slot. So my hope is that at the end of hour 1, I'll do one song, and then at the end of hour 2, I'll do a different song. So that way we can get 2 songs in. But it's gonna be based off of how I feel, because the one tricky thing about streaming and singing, I've watched some streamers. They're pretty laid back. They don't talk a whole lot. I don't know if y'all have noticed, for those of y'all that have been around for the past few streams, I kind of don't shut up. Once you get me started, I almost don't stop, which is real funny, because like in a setting with a bunch of people, I'm the exact opposite. I'm very quiet. It's not that I'm shy. I'm more observant. I like to observe people and interject comments when comments constructively do something to the conversation that's going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The introvert thing. But this kind of segues really nicely into what I was going to say to King Otaku. Let's see. Haven't yet. Trying to record a tutorial. We'll look at it soon. Okay, that's good. Well, you take your time, bud. I just wanted to get kind of, if anything, if you'll... That's a good quality for streaming. Oh. Good evening, Minecrafter. Welcome to the stream. Zap, mainly it was like, if there just needs to be a few tweaks or something, if you tweak it, I can just repeat the pattern. So, or if you just give me the thumbs up, I'll just keep mimicking the pattern that I came up with. Easy peasy. I just need a little direction. If I'm going to say my lines properly and act out the scene, I need a little direction. But yeah, okay, so let's go back to what King Otaku said real quick. I get the introvert thing, trying to decide on making some YouTube Minecraft videos, but I don't like talking much. Marco Zeta, welcome back. Lyric says it's easy for me to talk behind a gamer tag nickname because nobody knows who I am. I can see that. It can be very freeing to not have any of the social pressures of talking to, people. It's easier when you can't see them and they're not talking back to you except in chat. It's a lot easier on the psyche. But yeah, King Otaku, what I was going to say, so with the whole introvert thing, what I have found with making videos is when I'm making a video, so that what I'm saying comes across as genuine and resonates with the people watching it, I imagine in my mind that I'm talking to an audience, even though I'm sitting in an empty room, moving at my own pace, doing stuff the way I want. And the difference between streaming and recording video, when you're streaming, it's live, it's constant. Like if I hit pause right now, there's just going to be dead silence till I come back, and some people are going to get bored with that and leave, or they're going to get distracted or get a phone call or start checking texts, or just a million and one things. Whereas with a video, you make it at your own pace. I've had videos, the intro videos that I did for the current Truly Bedrock AlphaCraft series took approximately 2 months to make. Now, yes, a lot of that was animation and technical stuff, but my point is, when you're making videos, I didn't mean to do that. When you're making videos, you move at your own pace. So if you don't like to talk much, but you do like to talk, just film the clips at the speed you want it to be. And then once you start editing it together, nobody knows the better. Really, the only difference is the quantity of videos you can put out in a set period of time. That's really the only thing people are going to notice. So the observant part kills me. Maribel Jade, hey, welcome back. How are you doing? Let me look through. Because you can ignore chat. Yeah, you can. You can actually. Twitch being twitchy and can't hear anything. Uh-oh, that's not good. Maybe reset? Reload? Yeah, reloading. Okay. B Silver B, welcome back to the stream. Trying to get getting intermittent buffering. Kabir in, clear and crisp. Yeah, the mic on switch. Welcome. Good evening to you. Truly Bedrock. Yes. Yeah, it looks like a couple of people are having a little bit of trouble with the stream. And oh, you're welcome. And keep me informed. If you're so inclined, I have a special channel on my Discord called Shameless Promo. I think you're already over there. Jade1976, good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, King Otaku, I think you're already over there. But if you do make a video, go ahead and pop a link to it in the Shameless Promo channel. That's open for anybody in the Discord that wants to promote any kind of video or streaming that they do, just so other people in the pig pen can check it out and see what it's all about. Oh, Zap, you don't need to sleep, buddy. 1, 2, 3. Brave the night, sir. Brave the night. Don't actually. Creepers will show up. That's just not a good time. Let's see. Lawful Meteor 710. Welcome to the stream. Have the same in mind. It could be me, but I'm in a different room from usual. Maybe. Is it a difference between like you're watching something wireless versus hardwired? Maybe it's something like that. Like maybe you're too far from your wireless. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. So I'll go down and show you all in just a second, but I kind of reworked the tree farms a little bit. I feel like the mechanic in Bedrock of not letting trees grow close together has really thrown me for a loop on my plans for being able to gather lots of wood. Let's see, this is all well lit, so we can do it. So this is my alternate design that I came up with. It takes a whole lot more space. Not after the phantom catching. Oh, okay. Oh, I hear you sneaking around down there. You get out of here. Pardon me. So I'm used to being able to do like 2 rows of dirt and growing a whole mass of trees in one spot, but now I've got to spread these things out. And so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, what we got? 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can grow 7 trees in this huge, enormous space, when normally I'd be able to grow 7 trees in a space about this big. So it's slightly annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. And I think we had determined that on Truly Bedrock, there is a spawning, or not spawning area. What's the... Am I ambidextrous? Yes, I am, actually. I'm left-handed. I see, look, he's left-handed. Look at that. I know it's a mirror image. So I favor my left hand when it comes to writing, and so let me see if I can explain this. So when you're a guitarist, there's left-hand and right-hand guitars. You have 2 main segments on a guitar. You have, let's see here. Look, this shovel. Let's pretend like this shovel is a guitar, okay? You have this part called the body. If it's an acoustic guitar, there's a hole in it called a sound hole, which lets the resonating sound from the strings make its way inside the body, and that's how you get the volume so that people can hear the acoustic instrument being played. And then this part is called the neck, which has lines going this way, making segments. It's crazy. There's like, it almost looks like there's lines if you can see it close enough. I don't know if Twitch is giving that detailed of an image, but the spacing on the neck is called frets. And when you push down on a string, on a certain fret on a certain string, Danielle 83, welcome to the stream. That's how you get notes, and then you combine those notes to make chords and so on and so forth. So you're normally, when you see somebody playing a guitar, of course you're facing them, so to you it's the opposite. You have to think backwards. But the arm that they use to strum the strings, usually with either their fingers or with a pick, is called your strumming hand. And the hand you use on the neck to press down on the strings and make notes, that's your fretting hand, okay? So, normal guitars for the majority of the population you use your left hand to fret and you use your right hand to strum. I don't know who came up with these rules. I don't know why it's that way. And I don't know what the logic behind it is. So I was... Oh, well, okay. I was about to say how old I was when I started playing guitar, but then if somebody writes that down and then someday I say how long I've been playing guitar, they can deduce how old I am. And that is one... Is there somebody over there? Is that Zap? Look at him slowly sneaking over here. That was one of the two agreements me and my wife made whenever I started YouTube. Was one, I'll not reveal my name to people. Two, I'll not reveal my age. He jumped down, didn't he? As soon as I turned my back. Where's he about to pop out at? How did he do that? That's some kind of crazy magic trick. Unless he's already made his way up there and I just happened to run by. Okay, Zap, what are you doing? Howdy, Danielle. I fret about everything, but typically I only use my brain, not my hands. That's funny. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's throwing something. What is he throwing? Is that ice? Oh, yes, I can use ice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I can definitely use ice. What is that noise? Oh! I'm not used to that sound. Hey, Zap, do you want to go? You found that down here. Oh, yeah, I've been digging up ice. I need it for that. Shall we go take a look at the nether thing real quick? Is that what you're up to? It's funny. It's like a few seconds delay between me saying it and him hearing it and then being able to react. Okay, he's going up. I guess that's a yes. Let's get some food ready and let's go. But yeah, so when I first started playing guitar in my youth, oh, there we go. That's how you do that. So in my youth, when I started to play guitar, I had to figure out, do I want to fret with my left hand or with my right hand? Oh, yep, this one. So one, it was like, okay, do I be cool like people like Kurt Cobain and people like Jimi Hendrix, who played left-handed but played a right hand? Oh, no, not here, sir. Right here. This part. This part right here. This looks okay? Because it's missing the... Here, let me show you. These... Whatever these were. These kind of fences. The black or the gray fences. Those are missing from the other one. They wouldn't fit in that design. So it doesn't break up visually as well as these straight tunnels. But if you're happy with it, then cool. Polished deep slate wall. Yeah, there we go. Words that don't function in my brain right now. I'm not used to seeing those blocks. But they're kind of missing here. It's all just the regular nether brick fence. But if you're okay with this design, I'll go ahead and keep mimicking it. No problem. Oh, and the other thing was there's no lights in the floor in here. It's a little bit darker. We had noticed that I actually learned, still working on the spawn proofing. Oh, okay. I had learned through, I think it was Loy and then a few people in chat, that apparently on Bedrock, light can go through stairs. Because I noticed when I stood right here, I noticed that the shade of color of nether brick there versus the straight tunnel was different shades. So I didn't, well, no, it's not so much spawn proof. I didn't know if you wanted the diagonal tunnels to be lit so that they look brighter, just like the straight tunnels do. But other than that, everything else was fine. She hid your sea lanterns in the floor? Hid sea lantern. Oh, she did that. Okay. Well, then maybe I can suggest to her that she hides them in the diagonal as well. There we go. We can make it a team effort. That'll work. Okay, cool. So you're happy with that? Great. I will just continue building that tunnel in that general direction. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. All the hard work. So yeah, when I first started playing guitar, I had to decide how exactly I was going to play this. If I'm not mistaken, Kurt Cobain and Jimi Hendrix both were left-handed. tunnel is dug all the way. Oh, okay, cool. So all I have to do is just fill out the build. I can do that. They're left-handed, but they played... Dumb, welcome. Welcome back to the stream. They played... Or they were left-handed, but they played on right-hand guitars. Because what happens if you play as a left-hander, you're supposed to strum with your left hand and fret with your right hand. But there's a problem with all of this. So... Oh, wait. I want to go back down to the mines. That's what I'm doing. I got confused there for a second. So if you're going to play left-handed, you actually have to get a special guitar that's built mirror imaged of your standard guitar so that your right hand can fret and your left hand can strum. Because, let's see here. We're going to draw another picture. I'm going to write on the walls. Is everybody okay with that? We're going to write on the walls. Now, I'm only going to do this with a couple of lines because there's generally 6 strings on a guitar, and I would need 12 blocks high to draw a string in a space. So we're just going to do a couple. So, hi, Danielle. So when you look at a guitar, if you look at the strings closely, you're going to notice they have different thicknesses. One end of the neck, flip the guitar and change the strings. Yes and no, King Otaku. Yes and no. I'll address that. That's actually a logical thought, but there's slightly something with that. So with a guitar, the thicker the string, the lower the sound. Flip the guitar and don't change the strings. Yep, Zerk will address that too. So the thickest string is also when you're holding a guitar, you'll look at the string closest to you, also called the top string, and that is the low E. If we're talking about standard tuning in a guitar, this would be your low E string, okay? The next string, we can alternate colors. There we go. The next string is going to be A. Like I said, this is standard tuning. If you can tune guitars all kinds of crazy ways. E, A, D, and then we'll just stop there, but it'd be E, A, D, G, B, and then E, the 6th string, or the bottom string, even though it's the highest note out of all the strings. It's Purple Wolf on Discord. Oh, cool. Welcome. How are you doing this evening? Not getting any trouble with any motorcycles, I hope. But this string being the low E and the top string, or the bottom string, the 6th string, being the high E, 1 octave apart from each other. That's the general way of tuning it. So if we are looking at these strings in this configuration, okay, if you want them to stay in this configuration and the neck, or the tuning part right here, is over there, you have to make this mirror imaged. Well, those guitars are usually close to twice the price of a standard guitar. Now, I know somebody might riot and they be, oh my gosh, they're getting exploited and all this kind of stuff. No, there's actually a very simple marketplace explanation for it. So in production, when you build things, the more efficient you can build something using the same amount of time and labor, you can make it for cheaper, because the more efficient, the quicker you can make it, which lowers the price, because you only have, if you have one person working 8 hours a day and they can make 5 items, you paid them for 8 hours of work. Now, you're going to set a price for those items based off of that labor you had to spend money on. Now, if you can figure out a way to use the same person for 8 hours to make 10 items, you've just cut the price in half for your labor, so the price goes down. So very few people buy left-hand guitars. And if you've ever been to a music shop, you'll notice there are tons of different models, makes, manufacturers, and styles of guitars. So trying to make a bunch of left-hand guitars for a few people that are going to buy them, there's no point in that. You'll never sell them. So because left-hand guitars are made a lot less often than right-hand guitars, they cost more. It's just kind of the way it is. So what Hendrix and Kurt Cobain did was they just took a standard right-hand guitar and they flipped it upside down, like Zerk said. So their low E, which normally playing the guitar, the low E would be the highest string if you look straight down. It's actually now the high E is there and the low E is on the opposite side. So they were playing their guitars upside down. And if you ever go find pictures of them playing and look really close, you'll notice that. It's the craziest thing. And I honestly think in some ways by them playing it that way, they had to learn guitar slightly different than what other people do. And that possibly contributed to some of their musical genius because they're looking at their instrument different than other people. So they're approaching it different than other people. Now, let's see, who had said it? King Otaku, about restringing it, stringing it. Okay, so the problem with restringing the guitar, you have two parts to the guitar that are going to get in your way. We're going to draw another picture. Look, it's all like drawing pictures with Piggy. Who thought in a Minecraft stream we'd be doing all kinds of stuff about technicals on instruments and stuff? I hope y'all are enjoying this. I am. I enjoy talking about stuff like this. I enjoy talking about things that I actually know something about. There we go. It's got Freddie, Jason, and Michael in it. No trouble on bikes, but ever want them one of my Harley hoodies today at work. Uh-oh. Don't let them have it. Unless you're just in a good mood. Piggy's art class, yeah. Oh, I'll get to it, Momcrafter. I'll get to it. If you know me, it takes me 3 hours, even though I only streamed for 2 at the longest so far. It takes me 3 hours to tell a complete story because of rabbit trails. I guess I could be tearing out that floor. I do need to empty out my inventory. That's what I was going to do. Okay. Hang on, Twitch is being twitchy. Okay. We either talk about guitars or listen to Zap fix electrical problems. It's all the same. Yeah, you know how to distract Piggy for sure. Okay, so I got the blocks on my inventory. Let me go ahead and draw this, and then we'll dump the blocks and go back over here. So let's say that this is the body of the guitar. Okay. Let's do this so that it looks a lot more even. This is the neck. And right here is the head, which has, if it's a 6-string guitar, you've got those little tuning pegs that stick off the head that when you turn them, it changes the pitch of the string up and down. Yeah, I know, I made a mirror image. Just ignore it. Here we go. There we go. Tuning pegs. Look at that. We got tuning pegs, okay? Now, the strings have to be kept in a certain spacing apart from each other. Come here, you. You're going to help me get done. So there's usually holes right here at the bottom of the body. And if you ever look at guitar strings, when you're stringing up a guitar, you have a long string, and at the end of it, there's this little circular piece of metal. And it's kind of like, almost like a washer or something. And so what you do is you put it in the hole in the body and then push a peg in there. And angular pressure with the peg keeps the string from popping out of the body. That's how you get that tension. And then you string it across one piece right here called the bridge. And in that bridge, there are lines cut through it. Those lines have special spacing that matches the width of a string. So in other words, with our low E being down here on the bridge, you have a wider gap cut into the bridge than you do up here. And then that goes along the neck and it comes to the headstock. And right here you have another piece with slots cut in it, and that's called the nut. And those slots are cut to the spacing of the strings as well. So what would happen is if you wanted to flip it upside down, string it upside down, you would also have to change the nut. You would have to turn it upside down. Now the nut is pretty easy to pop out of this little gap that's cut into the wood of the neck. A nut is real easy to replace. The bridge, on the other hand, down here can be a nightmare. If it's on an electrical guitar or electric guitar, it's screwed into the body. There's a lot of different mechanisms that can be there. You can't flip that thing upside down. On an acoustic, most of the time, it's already glued down to the body. The only reason I can come up with is it's glued because it doesn't need to shift because of the tension of the strings. So you're having issues watching and talking. You're going to lurk. Okay, no problem. I appreciate the support of you being here. Thank you very much. Now, you can take the instrument to a luthier, which is a technical term for a person that works on stringed instruments. I think they also work on harps, ukuleles, different things like that, mandolins. And they can usually do that work and modify it for you. So, long short, to answer Momcrafter's simple question of, am I ambidextrous? Okay, so what I did was, when it was time to figure out what kind of guitar I wanted to get, I thought about it. And this is where I learned all this information, was trying to make this decision. The guitar salesman is asking me, what kind of guitar do you want? I'm looking at some, and he goes, well, wait a minute, are you left-handed or right-handed? And I said, well, I'm left-handed. Why does that matter? And so he gives me a much more brief version of what I just told you. Am I picking up? Okay, I am picking them up. He gave me all the reasoning and everything behind it, and then I discovered that a left-hand guitar, there's so fewer choices, and they're way more expensive. And, when you're young, not having a lot of money makes it really hard to afford an instrument. There's a reason why it's called starving artists, because art stuff usually costs an absolute fortune. So I thought about it, and I said, okay, here's the deal. Whenever I write, whenever I draw, whenever I do anything creative, I'm doing it with my left hand. So why, when I look at somebody playing a guitar, Yo Case, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Uke shop I normally go to is expanding his business with a new building for other stringed instruments. That's cool. I'm like, all the creative stuff I do is generally with my left hand. And if I'm watching somebody play a guitar, strumming versus the finger hand that's doing all the fretting, the fret hand seems like it's doing way more intricate work than the strumming hand. Now, yes, if you're playing classical guitar, both hands are pretty busy. You really do enjoy hearing my voice singing or not? Oh, thank you. Well, have yourself a sit down or whatever you're up to, and hopefully my stories regaling those of my ambidextrousness will be pleasing to your ears this morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever the time is, wherever you're at. Let's see, what am I doing? Okay, you know what? Let's just, since we got an excess of this, let's just dump it in here. So I'm like, okay, since I do everything creative with my left hand, and I feel like, because at the time my aim was to learn electrical guitar, or electric. I don't know why I keep calling it electrical. Electric guitar was what I wanted to play at that age, less than acoustic. So that's really where I put a lot of my focus and effort. And I'm like, okay, so since the left hand does all the drawing and all the writing and all the creative stuff, I'm going to make my left hand the fret hand. So who cares that I'm left-handed? I'm buying a right-handed guitar, and I'm going to learn to play it like a right-hander. And, of course, the guy at the store is like, well, that makes sense, but you might want to think about that. Just, they recommend, and I'm like, well, who is they, and why do they recommend? And he couldn't really answer that question for me. So I'm like, okay, since you can't give me a good enough answer, I'm going with my logic, which I have a tendency to do in my life. I'm kind of, hang on, never lose an opportunity to tell a joke. I'm kind of pig-headed like that in real life. I mean, I can be quite stubborn. If I get an idea in my head, I'll change my thoughts if somebody can give me a valid reason to do it. But otherwise, I have learned over time that my intuition and my logic are usually don't lead me astray. I mean, anything's possible. I'm human. I'm flawed like everybody else. I can make mistakes. So if you just tell me, do this way, and I say why, and you say, well, because that's the way we do it. Nope, not good enough. Sorry, I don't do things because that's the way we do it. I do things because there's a sound reason for doing it. That's the way I work. Can you get a hybrid electric acoustic? Yes, actually, the instrument that I play on my live streams is a Taylor acoustic somebody actually gave me one time, which is amazing, because if you know anything about acoustic guitars, Taylors are not cheap by any means. It was quite humbling to have somebody hand me this $1,500 acoustic guitar. It was insane. But it's, I guess you would call it a hybrid. It has electronics in it that lets me amplify it. So what I do is I plug the guitar into a soundboard that I'm talking into right now, and so that lets me run it into the system so that y'all can hear it. I think that's what you mean by hybrid. If not, there might be something else. There might be another type of guitar that you're talking about. I think I know what it is. I don't know that I know it as being called hybrid, but that might be what it is. I'm kind of stinkerish when it comes to like hardware and stuff like that. But anyway, so I've known for years that I can write with my right hand. I can do a lot of stuff with my right hand just like my left hand. But it just seems more natural or comfortable to do it with my left hand. Probably part of it is familiarity. It's what I've done for so long. It's what feels right or seems right, or it's where I'm most competent. But if I was to ever break my left hand, I don't think I would have any problem writing with my right hand. And generally in Minecraft, I try to have my character doing things with the left hand, but I don't know that there's a way to swap left-right hand settings for your character in Bedrock like there is in Java. Let's see here. We got a few more things moving in chat. Let's stop and see what that says real quick. Okay. Lightgen says I'm right-handed but left eye dominant. I've heard of eye dominance, but I have no idea what that is. I'll have to look that up. Momcrafter says similar thing when I got into archery. I'm right-handed but shoot left because I aim with my left eye. But lefty bows are less stocked in shops. But I decided I'd rather shoot better than have more bow choices. That's interesting. If you use your left hand, doesn't that make sure you're in your right mind? Yeah, that's the traditional joke. If your right brain controls the left side of your body and the left brain controls the right side of your body, left-handers are in their right mind. Yeah, my twin picks on me because she has one. A hybrid electric acoustic. 2 strings come with a lot of extra jokes. And the mic on switch reminds me of the mom who would always cut the end of the roast off and then make both pieces in the oven. The daughter asked why she did that. She had to ask her mom, who asked her mom, and found that it was because it didn't fit in the 1930s oven in one piece. Okay, I've heard that story before. Yeah, exactly. Doing things the same way because that's the way we've done it is not a good enough reason. Now, like you said, case in point, you found out at one time there really was a good reason for doing that. But those times have changed, so they don't have to do that anymore. And that's what I like to do. I know, especially in my youth, people try to say, oh, you're so rebellious and blah, blah, blah. You fight against authority and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, no, I don't have a problem with authority. I have a problem with blind authority. I have a problem with you expecting something of me because you expect something of me. As simple as that. Now, if there's a good reason for it, I'll be first in line to comply. Because I also want things to be proper and efficient and in order. Chaos just causes trouble. When things are in order and where they should be, things work so much better. That's just the way my mind works. Correct, that's what I meant, like you were talking. Okay, so I think you meant like electric acoustic. An acoustic that you can plug into a sound system and amplify it that way. My son is left-handed. Son is right-handed, but baseball and golf a lefty. Yeah, baseball was interesting for me when I was a kid. Never really been into sports that much, but my dad was. And so, as a parent, you try to raise your kids and relate to them from your perspective of reality. And then as that child begins to develop their own likes and dislikes, that's when, as a parent, you start shifting more to supporting them in what they want to do. But when you first start out, when the child is young, you have a tendency to do things more to what you would consider to be entertaining or fun. So it seems Piggy isn't a sheep. Yes. True, true, true. Trouble's my middle name. Zerk Trouble. It kind of rolls off the tongue. I have children Piggles. What are children Piggles? I have a son who has since grown up, gotten married, and moved out. So I still have a child, but he is a child adult. And he's not a child adult like he lives at home in my basement. He is my child and he's an adult. And he lives on his own with a wife and takes care of himself. So thank God for that. Because I know a lot of people struggle with that right now in life. So that is a nice blessing to have. And there was something where I was going with everything, and of course, as usual, I don't remember what in the world I was saying. So grandchild Piggles. No grandchild yet. No grandchildren yet. I'm still just Piggy. Child adult in the basement is a good way to say, yeah. Let me look back up and see if there was something in chat that it triggered me to think what I was saying. I don't. Oh yeah, the sports thing. That's what it was. See, sometimes that's all you got to do. Just give yourself a second. Let me move this mic over. So I'm kind of leaning to the left here. So with the whole sports thing, so when I was really young, my dad got me into like baseball and stuff like that. And I had, I think this is where I first learned I was ambidextrous. I was throwing with my right hand and glove in my left hand and batting right-handed like everybody else. No, just the standard fare. When you're 10 years old, nobody thinks about anything other than just your basics. And I remember one day during practice holding the bat the opposite way. And I can't remember if it was my dad said something to me or the coach said something to me, but they're like, does that feel okay to hold it that way? I'm like, yeah, watch. And I even swung the bat. And they're like, huh, go ahead and try and hit a few balls like that. So I swung it left-handed instead of right-handed, and I could hit the ball just fine. And they're like, you might be ambidextrous. Of course, when you're a little kid, you don't know what that means. And then I found out my grandmother was ambidextrous. I'm like, okay, cool. So there's two people in the world that are this ambi thing, whatever that means. And so that's when I discovered that ambidextrous, for those of y'all who don't know, we've been going on and on about this for a few minutes. Maybe we should define that. Ambidextrous means you have the ability to use both your left hand and your right hand for dominant activities, such as writing with a pencil your name on a piece of paper. Can you do it with your left hand and your right hand? Well, if so, then you are probably ambidextrous. Let's see. Oh yes, Momcraft was reminding me of baseball. Thank you. B Silver B, my son's adult too, still at home while college. He works too, can't afford California housing. I lived in California briefly. I was in a band and we had moved out there to try and promote a CD we had recorded. Lived there for about 2 months. Lived, 3 or 4 of us lived in our manager's house. And yes, the prices there are ridiculous. And this is over a decade ago, so I can't even imagine what the prices are like now. But that's a noble thing you're doing. That's like one thing I always told my son. When he first graduated, he was kind of struggling a little bit in the financial department. Kept telling him, get your act together, you need to get a job, all the stuff you're supposed to do as an adult, trying to get your child to grow up and start taking responsibility. And finally came to the point where I'm like, look, you're not trying, you can't live here. You're going to have to go out on your own and try to make it. A little tough love. But at the same time, I told him one other thing. I said, look, here's the way this works. If you are trying with everything you have to succeed and you're coming up short, I will be your strongest advocate. I will be in your corner. I will do everything in my power to help push you over the finish line. But if you are not trying, if you are not attempting, I'm going to be your worst enemy because I'm not going to do anything for you. You're on your own. So as long as you're giving it that effort, I'm going to be there for you and help you in any way I can. So that's very admirable. that you're allowing your son to stay there with you while he goes through college, helping him finish off that education and get himself a good start in life. Let's see here. Is that Dagcraft blasting again? You never know around here. This place is wild, I tell you. Totally insane now for renting or buying. I can imagine. Oh. Hey, Ross, welcome. Welcome to stream. And Vex Alta. You got it, Piggy. Welcome to stream. Awesome. I'm right-handed, but I use my left foot. Okay. I use my left foot, and I put my left foot out. I put my left foot in. I put my left foot out, and I shake it all about. I said that backwards, but yeah. But also use my right foot as well. It'd be funny just only using the left foot. You can write backwards with your right hand. That sounds cool. I'm ambi for everything but writing, but to be fair, I'm also bad left-handed. Okay. Elvin Dragon, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen that name before. Welcome, welcome. And if anybody's been following our new subs, that's going to be showing up on screen, but for some silly reason, I got all that set up, and I don't know how to do the audio prompts to let me know that it's happened. So I'm like halfway there. See, I brought that back around. We'll get that all straightened out. Once I get tonight taken care of, I'll be all affiliate thing. And then I can spend the next 2 nights just kind of tweaking all this stuff. So if you have followed and that showed up on screen and I did not acknowledge it, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see here. What else we got going on? The mic on switch. Not so much left and right hand, but for soccer, left and right foot were equal for shots, passes, blocks. My daughter figure skates and has been told by the coaches she's left-footed. Oh, that's interesting. Yo, Case, do you have a favorite band? Something you just keep going back and listening to over and over? I do. I'll address that in just a second. B. Silverby, husband and I are older, so we also appreciate his being here to help at times. Yeah, I can see that. My son's a little bit taller than me, so there were plenty of times where it's like, hey, can you reach that? Or when we moved from our oh, my inventory's all jacked up. Oh, we got to hurry. We don't want to lose all that stuff. Oh, where did you come from? Stinking stinker. When we moved into this house, it was nice to have that extra set of hands to move stuff. And Mike on Switch says, Ross. Did I fill this thing up all the... Look at this. You get Piggy a-talking, and all of a sudden we got more blocks here and we know what to do with. Let's do this. Let's make some quick space. Let's get out of the area so that things don't despawn, and we will come back and pick them up. Let's do a run to the dumb shop and see what we can see. Actually, I think I'm far enough away. Let's do this. I'm going to run into the nether so that I can make sure nothing will despawn, and I'm going to see what else has shown up in chat. And then from there, I will address whatever it was I just said I would address that I've already forgotten. But it's in chat, so I know that I'll see it and remember to address it. Look at all that rain. Let's just get in here where it's safe. Whoever thought you would hear me say going to the nether would be safe, right? Oh, it was do I have a favorite band? That's what I'll circle back to. Okay. You know what? Here, right here. This is good. Let's just sit here. I'm going to read chat for a second. Diamond Sky, that's some awesome parenting, Piggy. I know many people that need some of that tough love. Maybe I wouldn't know so many 30, 40-year-olds that do nothing with their life if their parents did that. And yeah, there's a reason why it's called tough love. It goes both ways. It's tough for the kid to have to go through it, but I guarantee you it's tough for the parent too. That is not the easiest thing in the world to say to your kid. But sometimes you just got to do it. Let's see. Vex Alta. Okay, I kept thinking it said Alita for some reason. I followed off stream. Sorry, but I really wanted to help you push it forward. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the follow. Well, there's a new song stuck in my Elvin Dragon, I think I popped in once to follow on your first stream. I haven't been in a mood to watch many streams, but I figured I'd come help get you, the people watching, to reach affiliate. Well, that is greatly appreciated. I appreciate it. And no pressure. You watch whenever you feel up to it. Ross, boom, boom, boom. Rapping creepers showing up everywhere. Yeah. Now they're safe. Yeah, right. Okay, so favorite band. Here again, I'm going to have to drag my son into this to explain it. And I know you're thinking, what does your son have to do with your favorite band? Well, as per usual, Piggy's got a very roundabout way of answering a simple question. That's what helps me fill up all the time on stream. See how that works? I take creative license. Let's get through here. Make sure I'm headed the right way so I can talk and not have to think about where I'm running. Oh, I should have slept first. Let's see here. Wait. Am I... Okay, Zap. Okay, so Zap logged off. I didn't even notice that. Let's run up here real quick. I know there's some beds up here. We'll sleep up here, and then we can head back over to the dumb shop. So, when my son was really young, and little kids like to do this. Hey, what's your favorite food? Hey, Dad, what's your favorite movie? Hey, Dad, what, you know, they're learning favorites. They're learning what their favorites are, and they want to know what your favorites are. And even in his young age, my son had to deal with the fact that I could not give a simple, straight answer to a simple question. My biggest problem is I can't really say I have a favorite of anything. I have favorites, plural. And the reason why is because there's such a variety of things that I generally enjoy for any given topic that I enjoy that we'll stick on the topic of music. So for me, there are favorites I have because I feel like band A does something unique that band B doesn't do, and I enjoy both of them greatly. It's like trying to say what's better, a car or an apple. Well, that generic question you can't answer it because there has to be a specific. Well, do you mean which one would I prefer to eat? The apple. Which one would I prefer to drive? The car. Which one do I prefer to purchase? The apple. So it's a little more on the specific side. So I always find it very difficult to answer questions where it's like, what's your favorite fill in blank? But having said all of that, I have favorites. And I actually have a lot of favorites. Let's see here. Let's do this. So one more modern band that I have a tendency to enjoy and come back to over and over again is 21 Pilots. I don't remember. I don't remember if I stumbled across one of their songs and then my wife was like, yeah, I've been listening to these people for a while and I was trying to get you to listen to them and you weren't paying attention. But I really enjoy their music. Wait, I need 3 stacks for that. Let's come back to that. Let's get rid of all this andesite we got. I want to say I've purchased most of their albums. 2, 1, let's see here. Let me focus on one thing at a time or I'm going to really mess this up. And then poor old Zloy is going to get gypped by old Piggy. And we don't want that. We know what happens when Zloy gets gypped. He starts building chickens. So 3. Wait. Oh, my brain's shutting down. What did I do? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 3. 1, 2, 3. That would be 2 for each. So 1, 2, 3. Is that right? And then if I take this and one more stack, that'll be 4. Okay, I think I did that right. Y'all keep me honest. You let me know. Let's see. Wait, let me grab some popcorn. This should be good. I'm the same way. Someone could say one word in the conversation. I'll think of something completely unrelated. Is this the break, the market stream I'm watching? Is this the break, the market stream? I don't get that. Completely understand what you mean by favorites. I do that too. What's your favorite movie? My response. What genre? Good example. The answers are such dad answers. Oh, you stick around. You wait till I start telling dad jokes. Then it gets really bad. Speaking of, I just thought of a joke, so I'll tell that here in a second once I'm done being distracted with the other thing I was being distracted with. Are there any books in here at all? Okay, here we go. And I know these are twofers. do that and that. There we go. And then I think, oh wow, we've saturated the diorite market. Okay. It's a matter of what artist applies to the situation at hand. That's true. For the music flows across everything. Same lyric, but it's somewhat related remotely. Minecrafter GG on the math. Thank you. Brain's shutting down. Cue Windows shutdown noise. Dun 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 dun. 4 dumb equals 8 stacks. This is true. I may be a Vex, but I'm a business Vex, and the math checks out. Awesome. No dad jokes. I can't handle them. Well, Ross, it's okay. Just plug your ears when I start talking about dad jokes. Dad puns are even better. Diorite has a market. Hey, Zloy set this thing up, not me. So apparently, Zloy thought that there was going to be a market for this stuff. I've been waiting for the perfect moment for a joke for a long, long time. Well, hopefully it's the perfect joke, or otherwise it's going to completely ruin everything. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, 21 Pilots. With older bands, it would be a lot of grunge era stuff like Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, Nirvana, a band called Live. Some of y'all might have heard of them. They've kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Alice in Chains was a big one that I enjoyed. I enjoy, the only way I can think to describe this, I call it Vietnam era music, Vietnam rock and roll. So things like Creedence Clearwater Revival, Hendrix, stuff like that. I never really got into the Rolling Stones, never really got into the Beatles, never really got into like 70s rock like Boston and stuff like that. Just for whatever reason, it's not bad music. It's just not what I want to my go-to, if that makes sense. One thing I've been really into for the past couple of years actually is like hits from the 80s. Old Michael Jackson, Hall & Oates, stuff like that. Let's see here. Was it 3? Oh, the cobblestone was 3. Okay, let's not mess this up. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take that. 1, 2, 3. Take that, Zloy. Let's see here. Just close your ears. Yeah, close your ears. I get about having multiple favorites. I have a similar issue with questions like, what achievement are you most proud of? Makes writing applications for... I hate questions like that on... Or the don't... Okay, for any of y'all of any length of time, or if you're young and you're about to have to do this, you fill out an application and it asks you that stupid question. I'm going to give y'all a few seconds. Type into chat what you think the stupid question is I'm about to say. Isn't cobbled 3 stacks? Yes, Elven Dragon. Thank you for keeping me honest. The Doors? There's moments where I like the Doors. I don't dislike them, but it just never... You know how certain things resonate with you and certain things don't? It just never really got my attention, for lack of a better word. Riders on the Storm is an interesting song to listen to from time to time, stuff like that. Like Zeppelin, there's Zeppelin songs that I like. Never really got into Zeppelin. Love rock music from most eras from the 50s on. Yeah, I love old Motown stuff. We used to listen to a lot of Scorpions, Striper, Firehouse. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Never really got into Scorpions. Listened to a little bit of Striper and Firehouse, like the hits, but never really got into their... Elven Dragon? If there were points to give away, you would get the points. That is exactly what I was saying. I like the door when I'm cleaning my house. What's your biggest weakness? Why do you want this job? I've been asked about my hobbies on applications. Do you have any questions for the company? What are your greatest weakness? How many years of work experience have you had in this job when they require 2? Yeah. Okay. I saw Firehouse open for Tesla in concert. Wow. Awesome. Random points for Elven Dragon. So, and y'all came up with some good ones. Those are some really annoying questions that end up on applications. But the one that usually drives me nuts, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Well, you want me to honestly answer that? I hope to see myself still alive, preferably more successful than I am right now. You know, I mean, Do you want me to tell you a story of what I would like to accomplish in the next 10 years, letting you know how sad and depressing my life is right now? Is that what we're asking? Took my boys to a Disciple concert a couple of weeks ago. My ears rang for 3 days, and I thought I'd done permanent damage. Great show, though. Disciple. I know that name from somewhere. Grunge music, huh? I bet you would have loved the concert. I posted the pic from on Discord. Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day. I've heard of Fall Out Boy, never listened to them, but Weezer and Green Day would have been a lot of fun to see. My favorite band is My Chemical Romance for the songs House of Wolves. I'll have to listen to that one. I've never heard that. I've heard the Black Parade song, and there's one or two others that I had heard that they did. I found them somewhat interesting because it's like punk music, sort of, but it's different. And I like moody stuff too. That's kind of why I like Alice in Chains so much. A lot of the grunge stuff was very moody, and so that's why I just kind of got into that a lot. Oh gosh, I just noticed the time. Okay, let's see here. I agree with the question choice. Yeah, most definitely. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and finish out this dumb run, because I told the wife I was going to stream for 1 hour, and then the computers would be free for the work she needed to do. So we don't need to mess all that up. Let's see here. Let's go and get all this. There was room for andesite, but not diorite, right? And we haven't checked. Okay. Why is it that we say diorite, andesite, and granite? Not this. Every time I come in here, this barrel is like this. That's the weirdest thing. I can't figure out what that is. Why don't we say granite? And was andesite full? I can't remember. I know diorite was. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. Awesome. So let's see here. A dumbing we will go. A dumbing we will go. We bring all the blocks to Zloy's store. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to tell a joke. That's the other thing it was. Okay. Let me see if I can tell this joke with the right cadence and everything it deserves while I'm trying to do all this at the same time. We'll get this andesite. We'll drop. Okay, I'm good on diorite. Let's see what the granite is, because I think I got 2 stacks. We can go ahead and... Yes. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll do the andesite, and then I can focus. What am I doing? Drop off the granite. Drop off the tough. We'll drop that off, mostly because I know the stacks that are involved. I don't have enough stacks for those. We don't need the dirt. Okay, we can do 2 more stacks of andesite. There we go. And then we'll close out stream with a joke. How about that? And it's not necessarily a dad joke. It's more just like a standard joke. But dads are able to tell the joke, okay? Moms too. It's kind of it's more of like an open-ended universal joke. Most people can tell this joke as long as they remember how to say the joke. Oh, there's more andesite. Okay, I'm just not gonna get. We're gonna finish the stream with a joke, okay? I'll trade all this stuff later. I've got so much dumb right now, it's crazy. Let me check chat real quick one more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to close this out. So let's see here. Elven Dragon, right now I'm trying to finish a grad school application essay that's been kicking my backside for the past 5 or so months. Yikes. Trying to answer the which professor's research interest aligns with your own question when you have no specific interests beyond yes. The stupid problem with that question, oh man, I tell you what, you could get me on a rant. I hated school. What if none of your interests align with any of the professor's research? First of all, you would have to know all the professor's research that's in the school to answer that question honestly. And 2, your interests would have to align with at least one of them for you to answer that question. I hate questions like that. Oh man, I thought we got away without the joke. Nope. Okay, Ross is ready. He's got his fingers in his ears, ready to go. You have some mom jokes. Feeling on that Elven Dragon, it took a while to get grad school essays together. And so much dumb, it's dumb. Yes, that's its own little joke. Okay, so here we go. Here's the joke. So one day this duck walks into a bar, and he waddles up on the bar. The bartender sees him coming. He's like, "Hey, duck, what can I get you?" And the duck says, I want some duck food. Bartender's like, I'm sorry, duck. We don't have duck food here. You're going to have to leave. So the duck leaves. The second day, the duck shows back up, gets up on the bar and waddles over. Bartender's kind of sitting there for a minute. He's like, all right, let's see what this is. All right, duck, what can I do for you today? He's like, I want some duck food. And he's like, look, I don't know if you got a bad memory or not, but I told you yesterday, we don't have duck food. So this is not the place for you, okay? You probably need to go to the pet store down the street or something. So the duck leaves. Third day, the duck comes in. That bartender's like, that duck is anything if he's not persistent. I'm just going to bite my tongue. Let's see what happens. And that duck walks up and he says, what can I do for you, duck? And the duck just kind of looks at him with a little smirk and he says, can I have some duck food? Bartender just throws his towel right down on that bar and he says, look, duck. Looks to his left and right. Nobody's close. He gets in real close to that duck and he says, I'm going to tell you this one time. Don't come back here. We don't have duck food. We're not going to have duck food. And if you come back again and ask for duck food, I'm going to nail your little web feet to the bar. Do you understand? And the duck says, okay. So he just waddles off and leaves. The fourth day, that duck shows up and that bartender's just seething mad. He's like, boy, I told that duck not to come back here again. That duck just jumps up on the counter, smugly walks up to the bartender, and the bartender says, look, I told you, we don't have any duck food. The duck's like, no, I don't want duck food. The bartender's like, really? He's like, yeah. You got any nails? He's like, what? He's like, no, you got any nails? Why would I? No, I don't have any nails. He's like, oh, good. You got any duck food? There we go. This dad joke has a long payoff. I like it. Awesome. There we go. Oh, man, I listened and that was so bad. I'm sorry, Ross. I forgot to tell you it was a long dad joke. Oh, man. I'm going to have to start writing those down. That might be fun to do. Have some dad jokes every once in a while and do music on top of playing a game. That might be something interesting and unique that Piggy can provide in his stream that maybe others don't do. You better end the stream before your wife does. Oh man. So yes, we have met all the requirements to be affiliate now. That is so awesome. I appreciate everyone that's been able to show up whenever you could for the past couple of evenings and through last weekend. We pushed and we made it happen. I really appreciate all the work. And a big shout out to Zerk and PP Zerk and Diamond Sky for modding the streams when they could. The true unsung heroes of every single stream. So, all the awesomes and woohoos. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And have been having a lot of fun. A lot more fun than I remembered streaming to be. So hopefully now that I've gotten past the affiliate stage, what my plan for right this minute is, I'm thinking Wednesday evenings, probably 8 Central, and then probably sometime on a Saturday. That way I can get, I'll just do 2 a week, something like that, because I still have to have time to do videos and other stuff. But now that I won't be spending every night doing the streaming component, I'll be able to start focusing more on the bells and whistles and cool little stuff. And so hopefully a lot of the production value will start to go up and we can get some more cool stuff going for everybody. Everybody that's in chat and everything. Let's see here. PP Zerk, Diamond Sky, thank you for showing up. Make us all feel welcome. Yes, they're really good at what they do. Well, I think I've been enjoying the streams too. Awesome. Thank you for everyone being awesome. Yes. So let's see here. Is there anyone readily available to be rated? Let's see here. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Okay, Zerk, I see that. Is she still streaming? Let's see. Oh, yeah. You put that in just a few minutes ago. So we are going to go over and raid Miss Stina Rose. Really great person. really great streamer, really great individual making YouTube videos over at AlphaCraft. I don't know if that's what she's playing right now. She's probably doing something with Aletha Prime if I know any better. But let's go over and give her a big warm hello, welcome from the Piggy stream, oinks and all that good stuff. All right, so thank you all so much for hanging out with me this evening, and I can't wait to see everybody this coming Saturday morning for the Truly Bedrock weekend.